Steve Hansen says his decision to step down as All Blacks coach after next year's World Cup is the right decision for him, and it's the right decision for the team he's led to new heights. Hansen announced his long-awaited decision this morning, confirming he will leave the role after the team's tilt for a record third consecutive World Cup crown. The 59-year-old will depart having spent 16 years as a member of the All Blacks coaching staff, and success in Japan next year would cap an enormously successful 8 years in charge. Clay Wilson and camera operator Claire Easton-Farrelly with more on why Hansen believes 2019 is the right time to leave the job he loves.
For the three-time World Rugby Coach of the Year and a man with a scarcely believable record of 85 wins from 96 matches in charge, in the end, Steve Hansen's decision to stop coaching the All Blacks after next year's Rugby World Cup wasn't a difficult one.
Oh, look, I'd like to coach this team for the rest of my living days, but it's not the right thing to do, so I wouldn't say it's a close call, it's just the right call.
Hansen isn't tired of the immense expectation and pressure. Quite the contrary. But he isn't the only one whom the years of public scrutiny has weighed on, and he believes it's time he repays family for their sacrifice. That, and ensure the All Blacks remain one of world sport's most dominant teams.
It's right for the team to have someone new after this World Cup. I think some fresh eyes, some fresh thinking, whether that's within or without side of the, whoever the replacement is, it'll be fresh. So I think that'll be great for the enhancement of the legacy of the jersey, and that's the most important thing.
That sentiment is reflected in Hansen's decision to reveal his future now, so it doesn't become an unnecessary distraction on the team's World Cup quest. New Zealand Rugby Chief Executive Steve Chu, who admits he tried to convince Hansen to stay, says that level of selflessness is one of two major legacies Hansen will leave behind.
The special thing that makes the All Blacks different has just grown. It's deeper, it's more authentic. We still have men that make mistakes occasionally, but largely this group carry themselves outstandingly well, and that's all part of Steve's leadership. But what will be remembered is 2 World Cups to date and 16 Bledisloe Cups, and I can't remember how many Investec Rugby Championships in a winning ratio of nearly 90%. No one in sport does that.
The man himself, though, wasn't in the mood for reflection on his long list of achievements just yet.
The job's not finished. It sounds like if I start doing that, it sounds like I've finished. And I don't want to be finished. I've got 12 months where we've got to do something that, and if we do that, that'll be the most proudest thing, to win 3 in a row.
A treble of World Cups would certainly be a fitting way for Hansen to go out. Whether it would be his last achievement with New Zealand Rugby remains to be seen, with speculation of an advisory role when his coaching tenure ends. The future, beyond next year's tournament in Japan though, was also not up for discussion.
I don't know, so I can't tell you, so don't bother asking, because you'll get that answer. It'll just be, I don't know. I'm not focusing on what's next. What I'm focusing on is making sure that we get to next year and we try and retain that Bledisloe Cup, and then try and do something that's not been done before, which is, win 3 of these World Cups in a row. So
do that, and Hansen will leave with his reputation with All Black fans at an all-time high. A reputation that, as it stands with most supporters, is already in pretty good health.
Done a fantastic job, really good, top coach, done really, really well. Same issue in reverse, he built on that side that Graham Henry produced and took them to a new level.
I think he's been a great servant to All Black Rugby. I think he may feel it's time for him to step down and let someone else have a crack at it. I'd really be interested to know who its replacement's going to be. Has to be pretty good to replace Steve Hansen.
Given his commitment to leaving the black jersey in a better place, it's an assessment even someone with standards as high as Hansen's should be satisfied with. Mō te hotaka o te ahi pōnei, ko Clay Wilson aho.